Welcome to the Emisarios Unidos de Luz channel. If you enjoy this near-death experience story, consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel.
Now let's start with the story. I was lying in a hospital bed when I began to leave my body. I became aware that I was traveling through a tunnel at great speed.
I realized as I was traveling that I had died, yet I wasn't in any way perturbed or alarmed that I had left my body behind. As I traveled through the tunnel, I became aware of the presence of other beings, and I sensed that those beings were to be my greeting party at a predetermined destination. Although I didn't recognize those spirit beings, I realized right away that they all loved me deeply, and I knew that they knew everything there was to know about me. I remember that as I traveled, I was overjoyed as my greeting party enveloped me with unwavering affection. My life was completely transparent to them, yet I didn't experience feelings of embarrassment, shame, or guilt. I was in a realm of complete honesty, understanding, and clarity, and in that realm, nothing could be kept hidden. Although my earthly life was transparent to the beings in that realm, only my essence was of importance to them.
The spirit beings communicated with me via the transfer of their essence, and in that timeless realm, it seemed as though communication occurred instantly.
The expression of one's essence or soul song, as I experienced it in that realm of beauty and love, was the most beautifully expressed, absolutely clear, and unencumbered form of communication imaginable. Even the most protracted of descriptions fail to convey the love that echoed in the core of my being as the spirit beings communicated the deepest secrets of their hearts via the transfer of their essence. I experienced an outpouring of love from the spirit beings before they began a lengthy discussion about the possibility of remaining with them. I remember being overjoyed at the prospect of remaining with them and of being free of the confines of corporeal life, and I remember their facial expressions and the indigo-colored ambience that surrounded them as they agreed that I should be permitted to stay. As we communicated, I could feel the magnificence of the pure and unfettered love that they emanated, and the thought of basking in that love compelled me to want to remain with them forever.
During the discussion, I was shown a host of images relating to life and the universe, and while I viewed those images, I remember discussing with my friends the significance of enjoying each day and each moment, the importance of remaining in the moment, and the importance of allowing each moment to unfold.
In that realm of love and peace, in that place I came to recognize as my true home, I felt liberated from that sense of confinement and subservience inherent to the corporeal experience. In that heavenly realm, it was the purest of love, a divine love that surrounded, enveloped, and suffused my being, a love unknown to life as we experience it on earth. That love was the purest, truest, deepest, and truly unconditional love, a love that surpassed even the most vivid of imaginings. To have received love of such supreme magnificence, glory, and grandeur was an utterly humbling, awe-inspiring, and overwhelming experience, and yet it was pure delight. It is, even to this day, baffling to me when I think back on the experience of having received a love so resplendent, so incomprehensible, and of such magnitude that it was bestowed upon me in that realm of love. In the realm of love, I saw a bright light that I felt compelled to step into, yet I wasn't able to, a light that reminded me of the rays that emanate from the sun.
When the light moved towards me, everyone became aware of it, and their attention was drawn by the light. The nature of that light was love, a love whose intensity and grandeur were even greater than that of the love I received from the 6 spirit beings.
It was a love whose tenacity, whose longing, and whose vigil reached out through the eons to echo within the core of my being.
I felt an ineffable intimacy with that light, and I longed for the love that was the light that I recognized as the light of God.
Suddenly, a woman emerged entirely engulfed in a bright light, which starkly contrasted with the indigo ambience that surrounded the spirit beings.
Although she, as I have come to regard her, had a seemingly authoritarian countenance, she, like the other souls, loved me passionately. As the spirit beings pleaded with her to let me stay, she remained silent, staring at me with an intensely focused gaze. She must return, she said after some time, and my heart sank to hear her decision.
I implored her to permit me to stay, yet she remained adamant that I should return. As I conveyed my heartfelt sorrow that I would not be staying with them, I could feel myself bursting at the seams with emotion. Suddenly, I was floating above my body, and I watched as a nurse placed ice on my chest and instructed me to wake up.
The nurse pushed my left arm softly while telling me to wake up.
Back in my body, I experienced excruciating pain and disappointment at being back. "Open your eyes," the nurse commanded when she realized that I was awake again. "Your fever was too high, so you need to keep eating ice," she explained as she spooned ice into my mouth.